I go to St. John's University. 1 2 1 2, y'all. 1 2 1 2. Place to be. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood. The Heaven Hollywood Experience. Put one in the chat if you can hear me. It's gonna be a quick hour, and then we'll come back later on. Do another one. Put a one in the chat. If you can hear your boy, let me check and make sure I'm coming through clear. Make sure I'm coming through clear. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get it popping, man. It's a Heaven Hollywood Experience, man. Y'all know what it is.
I get to see something. I can.
Heaven Hollywood Experience. Let's go.
Look, one way or another, we gon' get our family up about together. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rep one or two things, the guns and the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things, the guns and the butter. Whoa, you only rep one or two things, the guns and the butter. I drop it back in the trap when investing in the streets, your treasures recover. In this world, you could only rep one or two things, the guns and the butter. Sleeping patterns kinda complicated, ain't no time for wasting, we some entrepreneurs. I feeling like Scarface on top of the balcony, the word is yours. Took some losses, I was down bad. Napoleon complex, I'm mad. About to put the game up in the clad bag. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Chicken dinners, so you roll with the winners. Taking over for the summer. I double back for the winner. I be with the scammers and spinners. Innovators in the middleman. All my riders got a dental plan. None of my shooters got Instagrams. Bang, bang. Got some rich headed out of bounds. Had to hop in the Renty to ride around. About to switch up the whiskers, they stalking now. Whispering body dropping on my side of town. Flick of finesse, known to stay up out the mess. Business is never personal. We can politic the rest. I got a plug and they made me a plug. All my moves on they need to know. Dabba weed got me speaking slow. Bet you pay attention when we speaking up. You would drown, you gon' sink or you swim. In the field, we be getting it in. Type of pressure that took boys and the men. Fly got a family back at it again. Yeah. One way or another, we gon' get our family up about together. Brother, you was out of pocket, no, I didn't stutter. I drop it back in the trap when it.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy, Heaven Hollywood. The Heaven Hollywood Experience. Killing them. Killing them. What's going on? It is 12:41 on October 22nd. YouTube check is in the bank. Woo! YouTube check is in the bank. And I didn't even kill him that much this month, and it's looking good. Last month was a slow month, and it's looking good. Shout out to YouTube. Shout out to everybody out there. Live on the IE Network. We got to go over a couple of things. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Make sure you hit the like button as you come through the door. The Nicki Minaj saga continues. Nicki Minaj responds to Heaven Hollywood and IE Network. We're going to probably go there first. No, we're not going to go there first. We have Megan Thee Stallion getting ready to drop new music on Friday. Jay-Z I'm going to send a fair warning out to Nicki Minaj so she can never say that I don't look out. The Barbs don't say that I don't look out. I do look out a lot. You just don't realize it. You be too in your feelings to take advice from me because I'm not a Nicki kneecap sucker. I'm a Nicki Minaj fan. Don't get me wrong. Of her music. But just like the fan of music, I've only stand one person and I'll never stand anyone else. I only stand one person. That's Prince Rogers Nelson. Rest in peace. After he passed away, that was it. I said to myself, I'm not giving no more artists my money. I'll listen to their stuff on YouTube or on a free Spotify account. But after Prince Rogers Nelson was put in the ground or cremated or whatever they did with him, that was it for me. I'll listen to somebody. I'll go on a free Spotify account. I'm not paying no money to listen to any other artist. I got every record Prince ever made. I bought it. I bought 2 copies of everything. I'll give the ones that are not open to my children when I'm gone. They can have it. They can sell it. They can do whatever they want to do with it. But I'm a fan of Nicki Minaj's music. I'm just not a fan of her antics. And because I'm not a fan of her antics, people tend to label me as a Nicki Minaj hater. Not a Nicki Minaj hater. I don't like her. I'm a Barb hater, except for the few that F with me. I'm a Barb hater because I think they're ridiculous. I think they're worse than Nicki Minaj, actually. But then I have a couple that I really fuck with. Right? But never been a Nicki Minaj hater. Never will be. Nicki Minaj is the greatest, in my opinion. I mean, everybody always knows my GOAT, my favorite female rapper ever is Missy. But if you put a gun to my head and said, I better tell you who the GOAT is, I'm going to probably say Nicki Minaj. Right? If you got a gun to my head, I'm going to say Nicki Minaj. But my favorite female rapper ever is Missy. Now, let's go into what's up, Marla? Darius, I know she knows. She'll realize it at some point. I don't know when. I hope it's sooner than later. I'm hoping that she finds herself. I mean, because if they are as powerful, we'll keep saying they, like Debbie Anthony, they paid me $5 million to get away from Nicki. They offered me $5 million to get away. Who's they? Who offered you $5 million and you didn't take it? After Nicki been paying you dust for over a decade, you stupid then. They offered me $5 million to get me away from Nicki. Who's they? Who offered that? I hate when people say that. They. Who is they? You had to know who you were talking to. They didn't just come up to you and be like, "Hi, I'm they, and we're gonna give you $5 million to get away from Nicki Minaj." Like, what? Why? Like, Deb Anthony is not relevant in the music game anymore. So the Pink Friday 2 tour just happened. Nobody's checking for that. Her own son ain't even checking for her. Her own son don't even really have nothing to do with her. So why would they want her away from Nicki Minaj when she's been away from Nicki Minaj for over a decade? That's cap. Stop it. They decided to come up to you in the Pink Friday 2 era after you haven't even been on the scene for Pink Friday, Pink Print, Roman Reloaded, Queen, Pink Friday 2. You ain't even been on the scene. So they're going to wait till Pink Friday 2 when you come back to say, we're going to give you $5 million to get away from Nicki. Like, oh, stop it. Stop it. Nobody is checking for Deborah Anthony in 2020, since 2014. No one's checking for Deb Anthony. So I don't know why she's trying to make this big, oh, they can't offer me enough money. You're okay. Okay. I believe that's cap. Nobody ain't offered you no money to get away from Nicki Minaj. Who really cares? Who really cares that if you're around, you haven't been around Nicki Minaj? So stop trying to make yourself seem like this industry giant when nobody really cares about you anymore. You're not relevant to the music game. Everybody that's under, that you were under, you fell out with at some point. Your own son don't even want you managing him. So Deb Anthony, please. I had dealings with Deb Anthony when it came to Johnny Blaze. She's a terrible manager. She destroyed Johnny Blaze's career, what Johnny Blaze could have had. She destroyed that woman's any chance of a music career. Any chance of a music career by allowing her to go on these reality shows for a check. Johnny Blaze was supposed to be a musical artist, and she was still in the strip club under Deb Anthony. I mean, Deb Anthony, please. Please. Anyway, Megan Thee Stallion, let's start it off. Megan Thee Stallion is releasing new music. Does anybody care? Now again, I'm sure the hotties care, right? But from that little snippet that I heard about Megan and Klay Thompson, the beat, I'm just not interested. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm interested in the way she looks, right? I'm interested in the way she looks. And I like her freestyle. I'm interested when she dropped freestyle. I'm just not interested in this record. I heard I'm like, I've heard that beat before. I've heard that sample before. It's some slow swing type record. No one's really going to care about you and Klay. I can't see that record even charting. So, I mean, maybe Megan Thee Stallion is at a point now where she don't care if she charts anymore or what have you, because that song, from what I hear, is not really a song that people are going to be interested in other than the hotties. I mean, she's had better songs than that should have charted way higher than what they did, and they pretty much did nothing. What she just dropped the song Whenever? Is this song going to be better than Whenever? Of course not. Megan's people don't really stream like that anyway. Like Megan's people is a lot of Megan fans, a bunch of now. There are some. I know a couple of hotties that are real hotties, and they go and they stream and they support Megan. But for the most part, the hotties are just online, just to pop shit, and they halfway do that, and to defend her when it comes to Nicki Minaj or something like that. And every time Megan, who, like I said, Megan can rap. There is no question about that. I never, ever questioned that at all. I may have questioned her cadence in the beginning. Megan can rap her ass off. Her freestyles are amazing. And the thing I like about Megan that I put over all these other broads is that Megan can perform at a high level for a good amount of time, and she ain't leaving the stage huffing and puffing. Like when Megan performs for an hour, 15 minutes, hour, 20 minutes, hour and a half, when Megan leaves the stage, she looks like she did when she came on the stage. So that's one thing that I do like about her. I watch everything when it comes down to artists. And you never really see her stopping and letting the crowd sing it so she could take some breaths. Megan's constantly moving when she's on stage. So as far as that goes, I definitely mess with her when it comes to that. I'm just not into her music. And this new song coming out, I don't think I'm going to be into that either. Just saying. Right? Now, I'm going to check the record out. And hey, who knows? Maybe the record surprises me and does something. Because one thing about Megan Thee Stallion, every time that I think a song isn't going to do anything with her, it tends to do something. And the songs that I think that she put out that's going to chart, fart. They don't chart, they fart. So that's one thing about Megan that I realized. The songs that I don't think is going to be any good ends up charting. And then the songs that I'm like, yo, this is fire. This is going to do, like Cobra. Oh, man, I thought for sure Cobra was going number one. And then his came out. I'm like, man, this record ain't going to do nothing. And then because of all the Nicki Minaj controversy, the song went to number one. Right? Savage, I was like, yeah, okay, it's gonna go. But then because of the TikTok dancing, then Beyonce hopped on it and boom, went to number one. And the other number one was WAP, another song that I didn't like and still don't like to this day. And it's probably Cardi B and Megan's biggest song. But I just never been a WAP guy. I strictly watched WAP for the music video. That's the only reason why I watched it, for the music video, to see how they looked in the video. And I don't think I went back and played WAP in 4 years, maybe. But I like Cobra. I like the Traumazine album. I love Anxiety, the song she performed on Saturday Night Live. So I do like some little things of Megan, not much. I'm just not much on Megan's music as much as I am the visual and the performance and the freestyling of Megan. But she's got the new joint dropping Friday. I'm going to assume this is the song that she's been teasing, about Klay Thompson or what have you. All right? So for all the hotties, I am going to listen to it. And who knows? Maybe I'll be wrong. Maybe I'll say, you know what? I like that song. So we'll see. Now, moving on. Let me give my little fair warning to Nicki Minaj. Before we go into Nicki Minaj responding to my live. For everybody that remembers Desiree Perez a few months ago, and I made a video about this, Desiree Perez a few months ago came on Twitter and made a Twitter account. Now, she had a Twitter account, but nobody really paid attention to it. And I don't think she had really posted on it for a long time. I see y'all out there with the comments. I'll get to them. So she really didn't have a Twitter account. So what she did was made another one somewhere around, I'll say, September, maybe the end of August. And that was right after Nicki Minaj started posting about the lawsuit and stuff like that, and really started calling Jay-Z out, right? Desiree, out of nowhere, came on and decided to make a Twitter. Now, Desiree Perez only stayed on Twitter that day for a half a day, and then she closed her account. Now, I explained to everybody why she did that. Because her attorneys told her to gather information and proof of Nicki Minaj unprovoked defaming you, insulting you, slandering you on a public platform with 30 million followers. So I was told that's what Desiree did. She went, she gathered the information, put it on Google Drive, whatever, and then she said, disconnect account, disable account. Now, more and more of the slander and speaking on Jay-Z and basically calling him a unaliver and a grapist. Those are some pretty heavy accusations when you tack it on to all the other stuff that Jay-Z is dealing with. Now, from what I'm hearing, he's just about had enough. And Beyonce is furious. All right? Furious. They tried to send little things out with the little message in her closing of Cowboy Carter. Then Mama Tina sent something out trying to hint, saying little things like, oh, Beyonce, she handles things the right way instead of coming online and ranting and accusing people of stuff that doesn't exist. Y'all remember when Mama Tina said that? She was talking to Nicki Minaj. She was a friend of Nicki Minaj. So they were trying. Then Solange came on with the voodoo doll looking thing. That was a warning to Nicki Minaj. I don't know what y'all thought it was, but I'm letting you know. And I don't ever say anything unless I'm correct or have a pretty good idea. So that's little warnings just to say, you know what? Let's see if she'll stop. A little warning. At first, they wouldn't say anything, but what starts happening is it starts picking up more and more legs. And now what's going to happen is, I don't know whether Nicki's going to turn him down or not. You're going to get people like Fox and people who don't like Jay-Z, but they're major networks. They're going to start paying attention to Nicki Minaj and say, hey, what's going on? Would you like to come on this big platform or this MAGA platform or what have you and state everything that he did to you? Now, if Nicki Minaj doesn't do it, that should be very telling. But they're going to say, it's the same thing with Jaguar Wright. If you remember, they were saying, oh, Jaguar Wright, sue her. How come nobody sues her? But once she went on, nobody sued her because they look at, you know what, it's going to cost me more to sue her than I would even get from her because she's right now on social media. So right now, Nicki's been taking it to social media and saying what's going to happen, warning, oh, you wait for this to happen, wait for that to happen, wait for that to happen. But nothing has happened so far, and there's no paperwork. But if it picks up enough legs, she's a popular enough figure that it's going to start picking up attention from mainstream and huge platforms like a Lauren Crime Network or a Court TV or a Piers Morgan. I don't think Piers Morgan's going to mess with Jay-Z anymore. But Piers Morgan, one of those platforms, Tasha K isn't on that level. People just think of Tasha K as a joke. right? She's not on that level. But it's going to be one of these other stations that they want to pick this story up. But she knows once it goes there, there's no turning back. So if Nicki Minaj has proof that Jay-Z owes her money, I mean, that's what it's going to come down to. But Jay-Z, from what I'm hearing, is gearing up for a lawsuit. Desiree Perez, Roc Nation, Jay-Z are really contemplating a lawsuit, seriously now, way more than before. Beyonce furious, allegedly, from what I hear. And not only if they bring this lawsuit up, I'm letting y'all know now, I'm letting Nicki Minaj know now. Send this live to Nicki Minaj for everybody. Even though I know she's going to hear it anyway, and we're going to get into that. Send this live to Nicki Minaj. If they sue her, guess who else they're suing? Republic Records. Cash Money Records. They're not going to sue Luchin. But that's what I'm hearing. Republic Records, because that's their artist and what they're going to state. I'm letting y'all know right now what those papers are going to say. We're suing Republic because they knowingly, they're online and they knowingly see the defamation and they knowingly see that she is slandering my clients and they're not saying anything to stop it. They're not distancing themselves from her. They're not saying anything. Now, maybe they thought, you know what? Maybe we better not say nothing. Even though she said, Republic Records, you better stand, you better defend me. You know how when that stuff came out, when the lawsuit came on Jay and the NFL came out and said, we stand behind Jay-Z? Nicki Minaj wants Republic to say, we stand behind our artists. We believe she's telling the truth. But what happens is, if they say that, they're gonna find themselves on that lawsuit. And Jay-Z so far is 2-0 in lawsuits. He didn't. He got this. It's an appeal right now. So this one that he's got on Tony, but he might get dismissed. But he hasn't lost the lawsuit. But this one already got dismissed, but they're trying to appeal it. We'll see what happens with that. But usually when, he's already won 2 lawsuits. So you got to be very careful out there, because if Republic finds themselves on a lawsuit, then they're going to look to her like, oh, what the F? But it's going to be too late. You need to be what the effing right now. And you need to be telling her, hey, don't be mentioning us. You know what I'm saying? What you're doing right now is not on behalf of Republic Records, because they're going to find themselves getting sued. Alex Spiro is no joke. So if I was Nicki Minaj, I would say, hey, just let everybody know the words expressed comes out of my mouth are my words only. They have nothing to do with Republic Records. That's what she needs to say. Now, so just fair warning, and if it happens, don't say I didn't warn you. You say, I hate that he's always right, because he's not a Barb. I would rather a Barb tell us. But damn, that bald-headed nigga's always right. Right? Finally, Nicki, I see you in the bushes. Come out wherever you are. Nicki Minaj hiding in my bushes. Nicki, you might as well show yourself, because Nicki Minaj responded to my live the other night. Now, how I know she did is because this is now the second time in 1 week. The first time I said, oh, it's just a coincidence. Second time is not a coincidence, not in 1 week. And for all you people out there, oh, she doesn't care. She doesn't know you. Knock it off. I've already showed the proof of that. I've already showed the pictures of, so you can't say she'll know who I am because I freaking worked for her in 2012. She definitely knows who I am. She knows my cousin as well. She shouted my cousin out on a record. So she knows who I am. She then had someone else, unless it was her under a burn account, which I don't believe it was, but someone from her camp emailed me, and I showed that email. No, I'm not showing it again. If you missed it, too bad. Go find it online. I showed the email of them telling me about my members only account. And they want Nicki Minaj removed from members only. So the only way that they know about members only is that they had to watch the videos to hear me talk about it. And when I jokingly said, okay, if you send me some pictures of Nicki Minaj in the bathtub or in the shower or in her panties and bra that no one else sees, hey, I'll take down members only and act like it never existed. The person said, you must be crazy. And I said, well, then I'm sorry, I can't remove it. Right? Now, just to let people know, that was not a cease and desist. That was a request for removal. See, you can only send a cease and desist if what you're stating is not factual. So what they did was a request for removal. And the reason why I know I pretty much got a 99% idea of who I was talking to is because this person came up to me years ago about another client, and they pretty much presented the same thing. But years ago, I just took the story down because they requested it. So early this week, I stated something, and then she responded to it in her tweets. Right? Of course, not tagging the name because people just send her a bunch of stuff, right? But this time, I directly stated, I believe it was in yesterday's live or the day before, that Nicki Minaj, if you notice, has not said anything about Demaray Hadley anything about Ramir Stewart, or whatever the hell his name is, Ramir Saddlewaite or Satellite, whatever the heck the dude's name is. I said, if you notice, she hasn't said anything about him in weeks. That's because the case was dropped, and now she used to say justice for Ramir, and I said now she don't even mention Ramir anymore. Lord and behold, later on that night, Lord and behold, she posts later on that night something about Ramir. She hadn't posted anything about Ramir. Put a 1 in the chat. Yep, put a 1 in the chat if you remember me saying she hasn't posted anything about Ramir in weeks. And then later on that night, after a week absence, She posts about Ramir. Am I one that's trying to help take Nicki out? First of all, how would I, hold on. How would I be able to help take Nicki out? Since you asked that question, how would I be able to help take Nicki out? Let me know. You are one of the contributors who are helping the industry to take Nicki Minaj out. I don't talk to anybody in the industry. So how would I be helping to take Nicki Minaj out? How is that? She's going to curse you out next. Well, they already did that, Ken's Diary, so that don't mean nothing to me. You know, see, I'm not Armand Wiggins. You know, I'm not these little emotional people who get emotional when a celebrity unfollows me or a celebrity blocks me. I could care less. I could care less. I don't get emotional with that. I done met every single celebrity in the world. I've been around celebrities for 30 years. It don't affect me at all. Don't affect me at all. Halle Berry sat on my lap at an Oscars party. I got the picture framed up. After that happened, I don't give a fuck about no celebrity. Halle Berry sat on my lap. Eat a dick. I don't care who curses me out. Halle Berry sat on my lap in her prime. Eat a dick. Right. Rock Nation's paying you. Why would they pay me? Why would they pay me? Oh, Ken's Diary. Wouldn't they be better off going and paying Tisa Tales or somebody like that? Why would they pay me? My YouTube account has 20,000 subs. Why would they pay me? Oh, to what Shelly said. They not going to pay me. If anything, they're going to take that money and go spend it on a huge account. They'll take that money and go give it to Tisa Tales, who don't like Nicki Minaj anyway. Somebody like that's got 600,000. Or go pay Lovely T, who's got 1 million subs. Why would they pay me? I wish they would. I wish they would pay me. No, but I'm serious, kid. It's the truth. It's the truth. I'm not being funny, just being truthful. They're not going to pay me. Trust me. If they can pay somebody, they'll go pay somebody that's got 1 million subs. Right. Exactly. They said she's broke. You know, Tasha K, another clown. She's posting that Nicki's not having any money problems. Jay-Z She's not broke like Jay-Z, the fake billionaire, who's paying Forbes. Wait a minute. So Jay-Z is broke, but he's wasting his money on paying Forbes to lie and say he's a billionaire. Why would he do that? Shouldn't he be saving his money like for a rainy day? If Jay-Z is broke, shouldn't he be saving his money for a rainy day? You shouldn't be paying Forbes to lie to people and say you're a billionaire. Jay-Z, a man who's been rich since before he got into music. A man who has done billion-dollar brand deals. You're going to tell me he is that careless with his money that he's going to pay Forbes when Jay-Z don't even really be online like that? Why would he care that Forbes is posting on Twitter that he's worth $2.8 billion? No, Tasha K, that's stuff that you pay attention to. Jay-Z and Beyonce don't care what people say on social media. Exactly, Marla. Like I said before, do I like Nicki Minaj's music? Yes, the music that's good. Just like any other artist. Do I think Nicki Minaj is the GOAT? Yes. But am I a Nicki kneecap sucker? No, I'm not. I'm a nobody kneecap sucker. Everybody gets criticized on my show. I don't give a damn who you are. If you put out something dope, I'ma say it's dope. If you put out something that I feel is mid, I'ma say it's mid. If you put out something that I feel is trash, I'ma say it's trash. There is not one person in this show that can say you've never criticized so-and-so. Because I'm going to call you a liar and bring up exactly the criticism I've had. You can't name one person that I've never criticized. I've even criticized Prince and he's dead. As I'm saying, Darius, if she actually listens to what I say, she wouldn't even be in this predicament. She would not even be online saying anything. Even if this stuff was going on, she wouldn't be online. You don't think Jay-Z and Beyonce got stuff going on? Rihanna, right? We just found out that Rihanna, that she's taking a hit. Do you see Rihanna running online saying, oh, it's because Rock Nation leaked Auntie 9 years ago or 10 years ago? They leaked Auntie. I'm done with Rock Nation. No. She's not coming online talking about how her business is losing money and it's losing net worth. And like I said to people, like I said before, how's Rihanna taking a hit? Well, it's been noted in the media at the top of last year, she was worth $1.6 billion. She's now worth $1 billion. So that 0.6 came off of her net worth. Now it's also being reported that what LHOV or whatever the company, they're looking to sell their 50% stake in Fenty, because the Fenty The money is, they're losing money. And the value is going down. But she's not coming online saying, oh, my value's going down. It's because of Rock Nation. No. If her value's going down, she's dealing with it. And she's going to make whatever adjustments she needs to make to put the value back up. That's what I want Nicki Minaj to do. That's what I want her to do. I'm not coming out here to tell her if somebody owes you money, don't say anything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if somebody owes you money, handle it the right way and get your money. Because I can promise you, I don't know everything, but I can promise you, coming on Twitter, making memes about Jay-Z, calling him a unaliver, insinuating he's a rapist, and telling the world, oh, he did this, he did that, he's buying this career, but that ain't gonna get you your money. If he owed you the money, he definitely ain't paying you now. So my thing is, do it the legal way. If he truly owes you the money, it'll come up. There's a way to prove it. There is absolutely no way she could say she can't prove it. If he owes you the money, by all means, I don't give a damn if somebody owe me $100. I'm looking for it. You said you was going to pay me back. I'm looking for it. But Jay-Z sold Tidal in 2021. So he owed you money since 2021? And then you said Live Nation stole money from you. But during the tour, only thing you were bragging about was how much money your tour grossed. I never heard you once complain about Live Nation stealing my money when your tour was going on or after your tour. You was too busy trying to downgrade what Megan had did. And if Jay-Z owes you money, why were you sitting on Joe Budden after the sale of Tidal praising Jay? Why were you sitting on there praising Jay-Z? If after the sale of Tidal, it doesn't make sense. Why wasn't you on Joe Budden's show doing what you're doing right now? Saying, how come you're not talking about Jay-Z? How come you didn't come on Joe Budden in that interview and say, that ninja owes me money. He didn't pay me for Tidal. Because he doesn't owe you any money. He doesn't owe you any money. And that's my opinion. He doesn't owe you any money. Nobody else is saying that he owes them money. 15 people got involved in it. Not one other person saying Jay-Z owes them money. So he just decided not to pay you. Why? Why would he do that? That's not smart business. He knows that if he owes you money, it's going to come out. And then he'll end up paying more later on. So why would he just say, you know what? I'm going to pay everybody else, but I'm not going to pay Nicki Minaj. Oh, did the Kanye? You got to do your research. The reason why he never paid Kanye is because Kanye walked out after Jay-Z handed him $20 million. He walked out on a tour in the middle of the tour after Jay-Z paid him $20 million for the tour. That's why Kanye never got paid. So if we're going to tell the story, we got to tell the story right. But Madonna got paid. Rihanna got paid. Alicia Keys got paid. Swizz Beatz got paid. Chris Martin got paid. Usher got paid. I haven't heard any of them say, yo, where's my money? So if all of them got paid, why did she get paid? He owes her acknowledgement and gratitude. Why? He gave her the 3%. He gave her the 3%, Ken's Diary. Why does he owe her any more gratitude than anybody else? Beyonce was there as well. He owes her more gratitude than Beyonce? Why? He owes her more gratitude than Madonna? Why? Why does he owe her that gratitude? Nicki Minaj has enough money to hire an accountant. She said they did. That's what she said they hired. Now she's saying that you got Tasha K, her mouthpiece, saying that Ra Ali took $30 million from her. But she's still walking around free. So Ra Ali, and they said, we hired a forensic accountant, and they said that $30 million missing. So she has proof that there's $30 million missing, and Ra Ali is still walking around free. Come on, Nicki. Come on. So you have proof that Ra Ali took $30 million from you, and the only thing you did is unfollow her? Come on. If he has a lot of power, okay, so then keep his name out your mouth. Jay-Z has a lot of power. It don't matter. It don't matter whether you got a lot of power or not. You cannot take away facts. Whether he has a lot of power or not, you can't take away facts. You can't take away facts. So, Nicki, come out the bushes. You might as well unblock me now. Of course. After I told everybody about the email, she blocked me. So she must be aware of me, or else she wouldn't even know to block me. After I said, well, if she wants to send me some exclusive photos that nobody else got, maybe except Kenny, then maybe I'll forget all about members only. You send me some pictures in the bathtub. Now we talking now. Other than that, have a good day. And then once I came and told everybody that, she blocked me. So, Nicki, you might as well unblock me. Because you in the bushes, you obviously are hearing what I'm saying, because you all of a sudden started tweeting about Ramir again after I told the world you have not tweeted about Ramir in a month. It's okay. I see you. Oh, man, we'll come back later on. We're going to do another live later on and update everybody on what's going on. Just remember what I said, man. Remember what I said. I don't talk for nothing. This little old YouTuber knows what he's talking about. I didn't spend 22 years in the game for nothing. I know a little something about the entertainment industry. All right? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood, man. Yo, I holler back at y'all. I love y'all. Even the ones that hate me, I love y'all. So it's all good. All right? Your boy Hollywood out.